Another day, another bread truck adventure. Are you ready?
I am ready.
We're gonna do what we did on yesterday's episode. We're gonna go to one Goodwill, kind of see it over your shoulder there, and then we're gonna go home and work on this van.
Sweet.
One Goodwill, good, bad, or ugly, doesn't matter what we find or don't find, that's gonna be it. Because we're gonna go on a trip real soon in this van, and we need to get it as ready as possible before we leave. So that's today's mission.
First find of the day, some vintage Rockies. They're pretty nice. I don't know. I really love Rockies jeans. If you can't tell, they're my fave, but they're $7. It's a little, just a slight bit over the threshold. I like to pay about like $5 or so, but we'll think about it. They're not in the best shape. There's a little bit of like thinning happening down here in the thigh area, which for a curvy size is kind of a big deal because, you know, that chub rub is real. We'll think about it. We'll come back.
A couple days ago at a Goodwill, no, it was a Savers. A couple days ago on Half Off Monday at Savers, I found a Jessie doll with her hat. $250 without her hat, still not bad. She still sells without her hat, just not as quickly, not as for much, but we'll get it.
Some nice vintage today. Look at this little romper. This is the brand Ideas. They do a lot of really cute vintage rompers. Little shoulder pad action going on. This one's also $7. It does have some staining on the butt, which isn't my fave, but it is really cute. That bubblegum pink is really sweet. Okay, just to prove it, there is the staining. But I don't know. Now I'm kind of torn. Do I get the Rockies? Do I get the romper? Do I get neither? I think if I'm like really not into it that much, I probably shouldn't then, right? I should just jump on the occasion and be like excited about it, or just, if I'm not, then don't get it. Right?
The bag toys here usually don't disappoint. It's usually something worth looking at. They just fill them up with toys. That means you usually got to look through every bag pretty thoroughly. We've seen a lot of Potato Head lately. It's a sign. Oh man, bag of Infinity for $3, but it's like five different ones and then 3 of each. I'll probably get it. It's cheap enough. Beanie Babies.
So I checked the toy section to see if there's any Bratz dolls. There was not, but there are these like older style looking Barbies. I think that's I Love Lucy, isn't it?
It's definitely Lucille Ball.
So cool. I mean, like, her hair is unmistakable, that's for sure. That's super cool.
There's a tub full of stuff and a second baggie of the same exact Infinity, but like even more Drax. It's all Drax in one Iron Man. Not gonna get that, but what else is in here?
Here's a cat mug I really like. Best cat mom ever. But is it true if you buy the mug for yourself? You know, I'm a self-proclaimed best cat mom. I don't think it counts. Someone has to gift it to you and be like, actually, you're the best cat mom ever. You deserve this mug. This is an award. But does this cup give me points? Is this a grumpy cat? Oh, it's so cute. How much is it? 99 cents? I mean, come on. Your girl can only have so many cat mugs, but like, how do I pass this up? I guess I'll get it.
That was about as rando as the haul gets, I think. Kitty mug, bag of Infinity, but like the same exact ones over and over again, and a hatless Jessie. That's all right. We're gonna go to Home Depot now and get some supplies. We're gonna spend the whole day working on this van, so stick around. Okay, we're at Home Depot now. Check it out. What do I need?
Insulation.
Insulation.
Skinny boards.
Skinny boards. Screws.
Screws.
I would like to get some plumbing for our sink and get it plugged up too, but I don't think there's gonna be time for that today, so maybe that'll be tomorrow's adventure, but we need those things at least. Hiya! Like that? On yesterday's episode, we installed the bed, right? And there was a lot of decision making that went into putting it at this height. First of all, storage. Second of all, things that are actually permanently installed inside the wall, and other things we've got planned on installing. And we basically have two designs drawn up, one with the bed on that side, one with the bed on this side. And either way, it drastically changes what we're doing to the other side. And we spent a little bit of time with the bed the way it is, and I think we're gonna go with the other design. So I'm about to pull the bed out and just reattach it to this wall with a slightly different height, and then we're gonna continue from there. So let's get started on that. Hopefully it's not too difficult to get this bed out. I didn't really attach it in any super permanent way, just a few screws. Well, bed is switched sides. It's a little bit lower. I still don't know that I'm gonna be able to sit comfortably. Maybe with the door closed I will. We lowered it just a little bit. It wasn't a lot. There is not a lot of room to lower it. There's a constant sacrifice this to get that when building a small tiny home type living setup. Because I really wanted to have our spare tire under the bed. It's not looking so likely now because our tires are big. But we will have a little more comfort now. I'm just gonna have to get clever and mount the tire on the roof, under the bumper somewhere. We'll find somewhere else to put it, or build a chair on top of it where it sits now. It's a possibility. I don't know. We'll see. That'll be a problem for another day. Now that we have this. So here's what's gonna happen now. I'm gonna go ahead and put up these bad boys so you can start insulating around them, and then as soon as you're done insulating it, I'll start the other side for you to do the same. And then I'm gonna come back and start putting the paneling up over it, at least for this side. We're gonna at least get the panel by the bed today, and maybe even the front of the bed, because we're recycling the paneling out of our old van. I think there's enough short pieces to cover the front of this that wouldn't even matter on these longer walls. So let's do that. Get ready for the fall. Danger incoming. Like I said. It comes down way faster than it goes up. All right. Just about got the wall insulated. That means we're ready to board it.
Yay!
You don't want to see the inside of old Betsy right now.
I really don't. It's probably sad, isn't
It's
it?
real sad.
Aww.
Looks like a deconstruction zone.
Oh no.
That's not right.
That's better.
There you go.
Oh, it is just slightly long though.
Squaz it. Again, I apologize it's so dark in here. It's just going to have to be that way until we get skylights and windows and stuff. Just stuff we don't have right now, but we're gonna start putting this paneling up. Let's recycle from old Betsy. All right, yeah, push it. Yeah, that's good. Oh, poor Betsy. I come here towards the middle so you can put upward pressure on it. Can you reach? Can you reach, little arms?
I got it.
You want to see the happiest accident that's ever happened in my life? Spare tire behind the bed. What about that? I did not plan for that accordingly in my measurements, but now I wish I had. But we're making progress, 2 boards in. The boards that we're taking out of old Betsy over here have some spray foam that we filled some cracks in with that we're just having to scrape off and peel off. So, Hannah's scraping those off and then I'm cutting them and installing them. I fit on this side with the door open, and you just fit with the door open.
It's perfect.
It's just as low as it can be. It's not bad though. It's not bad at all. Of course, it's still high enough off the ground, and the width of this particular mattress and stuff is still so that, like, it's kind of hard to comfortably dangle your legs for me because they're a little longer. How is that comfortable?
I mean, I feel a little bit like a toddler, but I'm not mad about it.
I'm definitely gonna be a little more crisscross applesauce when hanging out on the couch mode, but it's all right.
It's good. I'm feeling very comfortable right now.
We really put a bunch of that wood paneling up there just to never see it, but
oh well.
It's finished behind the couch. Now we gotta decide what we're gonna do with that wall. We of course have a little bit more of this wood paneling, but not quite enough to go all the way across. You know, and we're just doing this out of cheapness. You know, I would have much rather went and bought wood paneling that was already natural wood and just finished it off that way, but we had this wood, we weren't gonna just throw it away, so. And it's MDF underneath, so it's not gonna sand down to a particularly good finish. So, I don't know, we could paint it a cool color, we could paint it bright blue. Who knows?
Could do a lot of things with it.
We could do a lot of things for sure, but we're moving right along. We could leave home right now and go camping and stuff and be pretty happy in here.
It'd be comfortable.
We can sleep, we can store stuff, we can sit at the desk and edit, we can do some of the things we need to do. So we're moving along.
I'm excited about it.
Yeah, me too. Now I just can't decide if I want to do more work today or save some for tomorrow.
We have one more panel to insulate and all I have left are pieces, but I think there's enough here to be able to fill it up. There's enough big pieces to be able to fill up the majority of it. I just need to do a little bit of puzzle making, so let's get to it. I think so. It's gonna be piecey, but there's enough. 38. It's all the regular wood. That's all we have big pieces for. So we're gonna have to buy a few more to wrap that up, but it's just filthy. It's definitely got to be sanded lightly and then paint a nice color. Oh hey, welcome to my bread truck. I guess I'm gonna give you a little tour of what we've got so far and tell you kind of what's to come, because we've been very indirect about telling you guys what we've been doing in here. And that's honestly because, though I do have a sketchbook with some sketches of what the layout was going to be, it was very loose. Very loose. But the key thing to understand with this van build is that we went for extreme simplicity for a couple reasons. A, we want to just get on the road right now and go do some traveling. But also B, we really want to keep in mind that we don't know how long this vehicle is going to last and how soon we're going to move up to the next one. We've just kind of in our own heads been planning on stepping up vehicles, like maybe here in 2 years buy something even more expensive than this one, money willing, you know, time willing, etc., etc.
So that being the case, we didn't do something that a lot of people would have done and install electricity first. We have no more money for electricity, right? So we want a couple solar panels and a really nice all-in-one solar battery. And that stuff is thousands of dollars that we don't have right now. So we're going to kind of do without and plug up a simple inverter for basic needs. And that's going to really be it for a little while. So if we do keep this vehicle long enough to install said solar system, I'll tell you how simple it's going to be. They're going to have an all-in-one solar battery, solar generator as they call them, which means it's got rechargeable batteries that can be recharged via solar panels at 12 volt off your car, and other means if you want, and all the plugins are right on it. Okay, so it'll set here on a shelf. Solar panels will come right to the roof to it, and there'll be a sewing machine here that can plug into it. And then basically, perhaps I'll run a couple wires out of it to the ceiling for lights, and perhaps another one over to charge by the bed, and that'll be it. Maybe even one day a cable just over the roof to put a pump in our sink and our shower. Because right now they're just gonna be foot pumps. Got a little foot pump here that I'm gonna cut a notch in the bottom here, and that much of the foot pump's gonna hang right out of the bottom of this, and you're just gonna foot pump the water out of the sink. And it'll be something very similar for the shower. There'll be a water source underneath this, and there'll be a foot pump, and it'll be a marine grade rubberized foot pump inside the shower, and you'll do it like that. We went really simple because we really think we could upgrade way sooner than you might think. And so I figured it'd be good to go ahead and get that out now, because I know a lot of people were just like, well, why didn't you run electricity? And a lot of questions that are valid questions. We've just been barreling through this. I mean, we're what, like a week into working on this thing? Yeah. Like a week and a couple days, and we're just zooming because we want to get on the road. But I've left everything built in a way where if I've got to add electric wires down the back, though I don't plan to, everything's pretty modular and will come off all at once. Basically, a couple screws will allow me to take this whole panel off. Same with this. These are a little bit more complicated. These boards would have to come out individually, but these panels are just sunk in on their own, so that stuff comes out easy. So if there's a point where I need to run cables, that won't be difficult in the future. But other than that, you can see we didn't finish this wall because we don't have enough wood. And then, of course, the star of today is this bed. And that pretty much rounds out what we need to go make this thing livable right now. This mattress is out of our old van, so we already know we can sleep on it pretty comfortably. We might add a couple inches of memory foam or something. You can buy it, kind of order it to cut to your needs off Amazon and stuff. So we might add a little bit of that, who knows. But this bed right here makes not only this wall, as far as the walls go, done, but it makes it ready to go out on the road, and I couldn't be more excited about that. Other than that, I don't know if I'm leaving anything out. I'm sure there is, because this van is, again, just built in a way where it's as simple as possible, just for money's sake and for future-proofing sake, really. So if you have any more questions about it, definitely drop them below, because for the next day, at least 2, we're going to try to work on this thing just as hard as the last couple days and really get it just polished and pretty. So while we're working on that, I can definitely answer any more questions if you have them. The roof's going to stay undone for now for a couple of different reasons. One, if I ever do want to run wires, they're all going to be basically right to the ceiling and right to the high levels. So just leave that ability till later. And you might say, well, oh, insulation. Well, this thing already has a pretty substantial amount of insulation in the roof and walls. That's one of the beautiful things about a bread truck, built-in insulation, and it's pretty good insulation at that. So that's one reason it's going to stay bare, but there's another one, and it's this draw door. This draw door basically wouldn't allow for any roofing on the back half, and I don't like that. Not only do I not like that because I want to put some roofing on it and make a kind of nice ceiling, but these bars get in the way from finishing out around there where it rolls, the track for it. There's so many things that aren't good about it. So a lot of people that buy bread trucks for conversions, they put basically a front door on the back or some sort of larger swing away door. And I kind of would like to do that, but the same sentiment that I keep telling you keeps coming to mind. I don't necessarily know if we're going to have this long enough to work quite as hard on things like that. Do you get what I'm dealing with here? So that's going to probably just get left, and it's just going to have a draw door. The one huge benefit to the draw door, if you want to swing around this way, and the reason we built this bed like this is there's nothing better than, again, just having friends that come over and want to hang out and just be able to jump up in here. If you come up here with me, you'll see that, like, it's quite difficult, I mean, for my big self, to kind of walk around this seat and then come through the door, right? It's annoying.
It is.
So it's gonna probably just stay that way. Having that huge access to the back door is kind of cool. But I think that's it. Anything to add, Hannah, or do you want to tell us how you feel about it?
I'm feeling pretty good about it. I'm really excited about it now that like some more of the paneling went up. We've got a bed in here. Like I kind of want to spend the night in here.
Right.
I just feel like just those little tiny touches just make it feel more homey, and it's coming along. It's good.
It really is. I mean, once we get that wall in and put some sort of finishing on the bed, we'll really be cooking with fire, cooking with gas. What's the saying? Cooking with gas, cooking with fire.
Sure.
Opposed to what? I don't know. Laser beams. As soon as we get that stuff done, it'll really look, I think, pretty good in here. We might paint the ceiling white. There's a couple other little things that might happen weeks from now after we come back from a trip. But we need to get out on the road and try this thing out, don't you think?
Yeah.
And then come back and kind of adjust it accordingly. But hit the subscribe button, turn those notifications on, so that when we do go take said trip, you'll get notifications that we're on said trip. And also, more importantly, I've said this before, our public Discord is the place where we really discuss in real time where we're going and what we're doing. We don't really say much on the YouTube channel. We kind of just take off and get to it. And so if you want to keep up with our trip and discuss it with us, public Discord, join it. Link is below in the video's description. Other than that, we are getting close to 10,000 subs. Huge goal of mine and Hannah since we started this channel. Well before we even thought that this channel would turn so much into travel like we wanted it to. We really wanted to hit 10,000 subs. So if you've been watching for a little while and you like this bread truck, definitely hit that subscribe button. Other than that, I think I'm gonna make this bed right here. I'm gonna take a little nippy nap and just stay out here for a little while.
It's hard to do it with one person.
It's way easier with two. But it feels really solid. We had it over there yesterday and decided we were gonna be better off on this side with the design we had for it on this side. And I'm glad we made that choice because now that I've installed it twice, I installed it way sturdier this time than yesterday. So here's a pillow that my good friend Maggie sent me. And I'm gonna take a nippy nap.
Night.
Go away, don't film me while I'm sleeping. I drool. Peace out, guys. Okay, this is uncomfortable. Ah!